Hi Pisces, and welcome to Gemstone Tarot, your December 2016 reading. Pisces, thank you so much for all your likes and shares and subscribes in my November reading. Out of all the zodiac signs, I had 10 times more views from Pisceans than I did from anybody else. And probably 4 or 5 times more comments than everybody else as well. So it was amazing. Thank you very much. And yes, as many of you have guessed, I am also a Pisces. I think loads of people doing YouTube tarot readings are Pisceans as well, actually. Now, I had pimped my table a little bit for Christmas, but I've just realised you can only really see the top of my Christmas tree. That is my Christmas tree, so I thought I'd just point that out. Valentine is here for the ride, but is asleep. Hello, sweetie. I'm going to draw 9 cards this time for you Pisces. Put that on the floor. And I have got a cold, so my voice might start to go, and I have got a cup of tea tucked away down there. Okay. This month I've been choosing weirdly as the cards pop out, because it just felt like that was the way to do it rather than splitting them into 3. And on one occasion they just fell on the floor, so that was pretty easy. I just used those. This is how I'd choose if I was doing a tarot reading for myself. Okay, just going to shut that curtain. That's better. Okay, 4 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, 6 of Pentacles upright, the Moon, the 9 of Wands, King of Swords in the reverse, Page of Wands in the upright, Judgment in the reverse, the Star in the reverse, which we'd love to see in the right way up, wouldn't we? On the bottom of the pack, Justice. I will pick up the cards as I go along and show them to you. It's the Rider-Waite deck, so you're probably quite familiar with it anyway. Whew. Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the reverse, 6 if we include Justice, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the upright. I think that the key word here is hanging in there. Hanging in there, Pisces. You have got 3 of Wands here. This is when the energy of the Wands starts to expand. You start to build something. And that's a very positive thing. And it's good to know that that headspace is available. And likewise, corresponding with that, we've got the 6 of Pentacles here. And you can see this is the person who's got to the point where they can share their wealth equally among people who haven't got as much as they have. And that's a good position to be in. That's a solid position to be in. I do always worry when I see the Moon in the reverse, which is next to that 3 of Wands. This Moon card in the reverse. Even in the upright, when you see the Moon, you know that somewhere here there's some deception or unclear thinking, or that it's the dark side. We don't quite know what the truth is yet. And also this card, Judgment, in the reverse. If that was the right way up and the Moon card was in the reverse, I'd say that it was all going to come clear. But I think during this period of time in December, it's not going to come clear just yet. the answers aren't going to make themselves known easily. Especially as well as we have justice in the reverse. And I tell you what, sometimes I do look at the next card underneath the bottom of the pack card. And the next two cards here, I've got the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands. I'm throwing those into the mix because they feel like they should be there. Seven of Swords, someone is lying to you. That's my experience of this card. Someone is pulling the wool over your eyes. This guy is literally made off with all of somebody's swords. Swords are also the suit of truth and clarity or not. And in this case, with the moon in the reverse, I wouldn't say someone's going to lie to you, I'd say someone has been lying to you. And I have to say we have the King of Swords in the reverse, which to me goes along with the Seven of Swords in the reverse and speaks again of an air sign person. King of Swords in reverse is someone who is manipulative, and it's in a line here. I've got the moon in reverse, I've got the Nine of Wands, and I've got the King of Swords in reverse. All these cards to me speak of being trapped in a manipulative situation. The guy in the middle here with the Nine of Swords, this is the situation. You can see how anxious this person is, trying to defend, trying to put up walls and defences. And the reason that person, well, the reason why you are trying to defend is this, because you're right, your instincts are right. Someone is trying to make off with all your swords. That kind of activity, or that kind of effort to always be on your guard with somebody, really takes it out of you in two different ways. One is just literally the Ten of Wands way, which is just that you feel completely tired. You feel knackered by the whole situation. Nobody can be on their guard all the time, and you shouldn't have to be either. But you do. You can feel that there is the need, that these things are coming at you and you need to defend yourself. There is a need to defend yourself. With Judgment in the reverse and Justice in the reverse, at the moment, you can't particularly rely on good to prevail. Rely on this person doing the right thing. Now down here we've got the Star in reverse, and this card, see all the water there, this card I always see as the manifestation card. This is the kind of card and the upright that when you're having one of those brilliant days, then you get a phone call and something you really wanted, someone has intuited it and decided just to give it to you, and everything just falls into place and you just find a great parking space, and you know, you meet someone nice, or you get that phone call you've been waiting for, or whatever it is. That is my Star card. When you're in that headspace and heart space, that things can manifest for you and you have faith and believe that they will. Now this card is in reverse. It's in reverse in a triangle with the King of Swords and Judgment, and I feel that this heavy burden of protecting yourself against whatever this nonsense and illusory, sort of, it's lying, but it's also stretching the truth, and it's double bluffing and getting into it, somebody getting you into a bind so you don't, what they call gaslighting. You know, some people call it gaslighting when somebody distracts you enough that you can't use your rather brilliant intuition, Pisces. Your intuition feels to me in this reading is blocked. Now I've got two other cards. I've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I've got the Page of Wands in the upright, and I have to say, because I follow my own Piscean readings, the Page of Wands has been coming up for about 2 months. And I do feel that the Page of Wands is a love interest, but I feel it's just a page compared with the Knight and the King of Swords and this enormous defence that you've built around yourself. I feel this is a weak message, but nevertheless a message still there to be had, but not yet. This might be someone you know, or it might be a completely new person coming in, I would say, in the new year. But at the moment, they're still there. This person is hanging in there. Whether it's law of attraction and that all you have to do is meet them and they're already waiting for you, or it's literally someone you know, they're hanging in there. Hanging in there. That's our keyword for the month. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that's more representative of the energy of you. You know, you're putting the work in, you've done the practical things, whether it's with a relationship, which I feel it is. You've tried to do the basics, but you're meeting opposition all along the way. Whether it's about commitment or whether it's about someone who is just plain lying, you know, that they have somebody else, or they're married and they haven't told you, or they're married and they have told you but they've said they're going to leave, or I don't know what the deception is, but it looks stuck. It looks really stuck at the moment, and nobody wants to be stuck. It's a bad feeling. It does. It blocks all your good intuition. I'm gonna go on my light grey tarot, which is the deck that I use for a bit of clarification. Had a little noise out of Valentine. Because actually I'd like to know how to get out of that. This is a stuck December. Is there any advice from the tarot? That will do. From the tarot, I've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I never know with these if they're in the upright or if they're in the reverse. It is. Okay. So we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, which I like in this situation. And thank God we've got the Sun. Now Pisces, I think this Ace of Pentacles in reverse is just telling you that this isn't the time. You know, there are some times when you can take action, like the practicality of the Ace of Pentacles, and you can work and fight your way out of a situation, but this isn't one of those times. That would tie in as well with this Star card. I think what we need to do, Pisces, is you need to turn that Star card around and get back to the intuitive power that you have, rather than the practical fighting power out in the world. Now we've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and I like that, because actually the Nine of Wands here in the upright is a trap. It's a self-made trap, but it's building in, and I feel that this one, they're slipping away. So that will slip away in good time, but I feel there's maybe 3-4 weeks to go with that. And then the Sun, which needs no introduction. The Sun's brilliant and trumps the Moon. The Sun will blast light all over the reading, and speaks of a beautiful energy to come. That does hook up with this fire sign Page of Wands here, who I feel is this message that's waiting in the wings, really, and that this is to be had, but not just yet. This isn't quite the time. And sometimes there's a great wisdom in accepting where you are. And sometimes it's only when you accept where you are that it moves on. because we're not in control of every aspect of our lives. Now I'm just going to have a look. I've got some new fun cards, which is from these love spells. Now I don't do the spells, but I do like the cards. And sometimes they resonate. Actually, they have resonated most times. I'm just a little bit wary because I haven't used them before. And I will have to read out the books. I haven't got used to them yet. So let's see. I'm just going to see if there's anything on offer in here. Okay. I feel like it's that one anyway. Oh, we've got 2 it is. Okay. That's great cards. Heartkeeper, Queen of True Love, and Brotherhood, Knight of Family Love. So I'm just going to see in the book if there's anything to be added. Queen of True Love. Anyone who meets the Queen of True Love feels the sincere and unconditional love she exudes. Her charms attract lovers like moths to a flame. She makes a fun, loving companion and perfect wife and mother for the lucky man who captures her heart. You know the Queen of True Love. She loves without looking for reward and is vulnerable to exploitation. 2 hearts will melt and merge with just one kiss. One man is prepared to do whatever is necessary to bring love to fruition. It depends on what you want. Your kind thoughts will make his love for you grow richer. You may meet him for lunch or dinner between late August and late September. God, I hope you don't have to wait that long. But actually, that's not too long if it's true love, is it? It's not too long to wait for forever. And I feel, Pisces, that Queen of True Love is you. And I feel that even though you're having this trouble with this air sign person, it's good to remember that that is the true you. You can still love unconditionally, and there's nothing wrong with that. If someone chooses to receive it and to be deceitful and not be honest with you, that's not your problem, that's theirs. And when you move on, you're still the same person, and loving unconditionally is still something that should be aimed for. So we've got Knight of Family Love. The Knight of Family Love may be your brother or a faithful friend from a close-knit family. A hard worker, and work dominates his conversation. He has your welfare at heart and is mostly there when you need a helping hand. You've known him or will know him for a long time. This man, who may be a diamond at heart, would like to have a closer relationship with you. He has reservations about revealing his feelings in fear of losing your friendship. If a previous lover has been unfaithful, King of Swords in the reverse, it's time for you to chance a new love affair and repair your damaged heart and fragile emotions. You will not lose him. Between his relationships, he will always return to you. His family, intrigued by you, will shower you with presents and invite you to their homes for every day and special occasions, and one such time will be New Year's Eve. They have town and country connections. Well, it could be that you have to wait until the summer, but then by New Year's Eve, you're meeting the fam. So that's not a bad shout. In fact, those are the best cards of those that I've seen so far. So I hope that resonates for you, Pisces. I feel that sometimes it's tempting to want to offer advice from a reading, or, you know, light at the end of the tunnel, but at the moment this situation is going to last another few weeks, but not much longer than that. And I do feel as well that if you can get back to being you, take those defences down one by one, I mean not all at once obviously, but one by one, then I feel these layers will start to peel away. And this person, this love interest, sounds like, you know, there may have been great sexual chemistry with this one, and there usually is with people who turn out to be toxic, unfortunately. But it sounds like this relationship is more of a genuine friendship relationship with somebody who is reliable and decent and has all those values, the values that you want. And that's not to be sniffed at. So there you go, Pisces. Thank you so much for your likes and shares and your subscribes. And I also had some emails from you if I'm doing private readings, and I have set up a website, gemstonetarot.com. If you click on the information bit below, I think it says it on there. But otherwise, I will be back. I think I'll be doing mid-month December readings as well, so I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, bye.